Live. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What I say? Hello,
Hello,
hello, hello,
world.
hello, South Florida.
You're getting older. Hey,
Good
Linda,
morning. Good
he's
morning,
getting
South
older.
Florida.
He just had a birthday.
Hello, world. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, the president and founder of the Henderson Financial Group. Joining me live here is my co-host, sister-in-law, Linda V. Harris, and my partner, also my brother from another mother, Mr. James T. from Hot 105. How
Good
y'all
morning.
doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Really, really
Good, good.
good.
Yeah, they teasing me about I'm having a 65-year-old moment, huh?
Mm, it's
Hey,
a blessing.
Yes.
It's a
everybody,
blessing.
make
Yes.
sure when you check in
Uh,
this morning to wish Robert a happy birthday.
Your
He,
Parnell at the first, my man,
hey, that's all right
Pete.
off the top. Birthday boy.
Partner,
He
happy
said.
birthday, boy. That's right. Birthday.
Well,
Every day is my birthday. I tell you, man, to be alive amongst the living and continue to grow and learn, expand.
Man.
It's amazing how, even at my age now, at
Mhm.
65 years old, man, I feel like I know nothing. Can you believe that? 65 years. And what I do know, I still feel like I know nothing.
Yeah, Jim.
And that's amazing how so much there is to know.
You've had a lot of life in those 65
I
years.
had a
A
lot
lot
of
of
life.
chapters,
Oh my
a lot
God.
of twists,
Oh
turns.
my goodness.
Father,
Man, they at you.
son,
Oh man.
nephew, brother-in-law,
Yes.
friend,
Cousin.
cousin.
Yeah.
I
A lot of
mean,
titles.
a lot of titles and a lot of things in life, right?
Yeah, a lot of
Feast
experiences.
to famine,
Uh-huh.
famine back to feast. Now you feast
Trials or
and
tribulations.
tribulation.
Ups and downs.
Oh
Peaks
stop,
and
yeah,
stop,
valleys.
peaks
stop,
and
stop,
valleys.
stop, stop. People are gonna wonder where did we go? Where did
I know.
where did we
Yeah,
go?
Well,
but
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to be here. This is Linda V. Harris, the soon-to-be co-president of the Henderson Financial Group. I plan on getting that promotion before the end of the year. But by the time I present Mr. Henderson here with
co-chairman,
everything
now
I've come up with,
co-president. everybody on my spot. They can have that spot, man. And they can have them
you make
titles.
it look so easy and
Oh,
fun.
man.
You just make it look so glamorous.
Icy co-chairman, little co-president. They got all them
We got
titles.
some coals.
Yeah. Y'all got them. Y'all can have them. Have all them titles. Y'all everything.
Just send you the check.
Just spell my name right when that check comes. That direct deposit.
I
When you
love
do
it.
the wire, just make sure you spell it with an R. Robert.
Well, I am glad to be here.
Yes, I am too.
Well, I'm always happy to be in your presence, Mr. Henderson and Ms. Harris. And I do want to say this though, Rob. In our study and in our conversations, we always talk about goals. So if you have decided or thought about a goal for the next year before Linda becomes co-chair and co-president and co-whatever, where do you see us? Where do you see yourself going for this 65th year as you head into 66?
You know, the other day I started writing again.
Okay.
I started writing again. So my goal is to in the next 12 months write at least 2 books. I have so much to say, and as a matter of fact, I titled this one that it came in my head, and it said, at my age now, at 65, I want to have a conversation with the 15-year-old, the 15-year-old.
So I'm
gonna write a book
like
to
it.
to 15-year-olds,
Mm,
and I started writing down the titles. I'm dealing with the titles, and it said, "How to Build Wealth for Black Boys and Girls," and it's the group, and here is the blueprint.
okay.
I need more snazzy, eye-catching, ear-catching. How
Well-
to build wealth for Black boys and girls. You better than that.
That was the first draft. Okay. But I want to target
Uh-huh.
the children, the youth,
Okay.
and I want to target them
Okay.
because there's a lot of youth, and a lot of my friends just did not know. They didn't. No one there to tell them, and they just didn't get it.
Mhm.
I always say there's 3 type of people: those that see when they're told, and those who just did not
But don't
see.
say black or you won't be able to leave it in Florida school system. You may be banned if it's a black. If it has to do with, DeSantis don't like the word black. You gonna call it woke. So maybe we can think of something where we can get it
Well, this,
approved for the school system, as long as it don't say black.
well, DeSantis is here just for a short time.
Okay, this is true.
I'm thinking past today. You know?
Okay, all right, good point. Good point.
So I definitely want to write something for young black boys and young black girls,
Teach them
and
early.
I'm teach them and give
That's
them
what
the
Helen
blueprint.
said. Mhm.
What did see Bridget said? Phenomenal. Well needed for our youth. The blueprint. That's
Yeah.
right. Because I want to. How
Hey,
you
the
doing?
blueprint. Is
The
that
right.
somebody's album?
Well, Jay-Z did that,
Oh,
but
okay.
this is going to be building financial wealth, and I'm going to tell them, I'm going to talk to them about all the stuff that I did not know that I wish I would have known. So all the stuff that I know now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to break it down to them like a teenage
The
language.
blueprint
The blueprint.
for creating wealth for our young. Okay, let's keep bouncing it off.
Yeah, because
Okay, I like
because and I want to target it for black. I have no shame.
You have
I
no
want
shame?
I want to
Blackity
target
black.
it for black
Okay.
youth
I like it.
because I got to tell them about the importance of credit. I got to tell them about first thing is
Mhm,
the system, how the system works,
mhm.
and I got to tell them about how not
You
make
gonna talk
sure.
about some of the friends you hung around that was balling back then?
Yeah, I'm gonna
that
give
you did-
examples
gonna
because
give
I'm gonna
examples?
give examples to how I overcame it and the
Mhm.
challenges that I was faced as youth, and I'm
Mhm,
gonna tell them how to navigate. And the first thing you got to do as a
Mhm.
young black boy, girl, you cannot get into trouble because the first thing they want to
Ooh.
label a kid, even when they're young, as trouble, and they're looking to put a felony on it.
Oh
A
man.
felony, when they have a felony, and they'll give you a felony for anything, not a
Anything.
misdemeanor. But when they give
That's
you a felony,
hard.
think about this for a second.
Mhm, mhm.
In the United States, first of all, the United States put more people in jail than any country combined.
Yeah.
Okay, all the countries combined.
Whew.
So when you are charged with a felony, I don't
business.
care if you're even fighting somebody, like a physical fight, and nobody go to jail, but it's an assault. They'll charge you with a felony. Now, once you get a felony in America, even if you don't go to jail, they give you probation. You cannot get anything from the government. In other words, you can't get any type of the country you live in. You're paying taxes. You got to pay federal taxes, or they'll put you in jail for that too.
Mhm.
So you got to pay these taxes, but you can't be a police officer. You can't get government assistant. You can't get Section 8. You can't work for the library. You can't work for the hospitals. You can't be a firefighter. All of this because you have one felony.
Yeah.
And that's the system. So I got to tell them, youth, listen, you got to watch out for this trouble
Avoid
stuff
that,
because
yeah.
they'll make you a permanent slave.
Mm.
They'll make you a mental slave. You understand? So I got to tell them about that. And then I'm going to tell them about money and tell them how banks work.
Mhm,
And then tell them, how when you really pick a career, do what's hard first. Because if you do
That's really important.
it's very
Stop
important.
trying to escape the hard work.
Stop doing all the easy stuff. Because if someone would have told a lot of my friends, listen, all this easy stuff, don't do that. That's a trap. Go for all the hard work.
Okay.
Because when you do the hard work,
Okay.
at first it appears to be so difficult, but repetition,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes easy. And I'll give them an example. All the kids learn how to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
They fell down
Mm-hmm.
and they got back up, fell down, got back up, couldn't afford training wheels, had to fall down.
Had
If
to
you
fall
had money,
down.
if you had money, you can get training wheels. But if you ain't had no money, mama said, get on that bike.
Right.
You had to fall down until you learn how to ride it.
Rob,
But
Rob,
learn.
don't use that example in your book for the kids today. They're not riding bikes,
They're
right?
not. Oh,
What about swimming? What about
now
swimming?
what do they do
Hey,
outside?
Rob, do you know that I see people, and I want to speak to that felony because what we've been doing at the radio station is we've been working with both Broward and Dade County with expunging records for people.
That's huge.
And it is. Oh, and I must salute the new state attorney for Broward County. He
The brother.
the brother. They've been working really. They've got a big project coming up, and for other people listening outside of our communities, please, that's something that you can look into because Rob, you and I always say,
You can't even vote, can you?
No.
no, God,
As soon as they put that felony on you,
Yeah.
it's like
See-
it's a target on your back. You
Okay.
can't. In other words, you're on
It's
your
a
own.
bigger
You're in this
picture,
country.
man.
You're in this country, but you ain't getting no help.
But
Ooh.
see,
But you got to pay them taxes.
our
Okay.
God is not a God of just a second chance. This is what most people want. Oh, I just want a
Mhm.
second chance. No. You want another chance.
Mhm.
because and that is what we're hoping that people will do. And the other
Okay.
thing is, Rob, yes, I love the fact that you're going to do that book, but you might even want to get some of the comments and stories from people that they look up to who can tell their story. I heard recently about Shannon Sharp. Most people, Shannon Sharp on TV, doing sports, because everybody now is doing a lot of these podcasts, but he was let go. But there was Stephen A. Smith who was in a position, and that reminded those that he spoke with that when he was let go, I think it was in May, I don't know what year it was, but he was let go. He had no one in the position to reach back and say,
Very
hey,
good point.
you know,
Very good point.
so these are little things, Rob, and what you've done. You've been able to reach out to family, to friends, and to others, and support them in what they were doing. But you
Mhm.
can't do that unless you do what you're saying that you want young people to do. Recognize you got to do the hard things first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can make many mistakes. Don't
Yes.
see a lot of people, they may have one mistake and they say, I failed and I'm through. And
Yeah.
and like the man who said that he thought he was reincarnated and he decided every day he was just going to sit by the water and sit this one out.
Right.
I mean, Rob, there are people like that. They'll just give up and say, well, and whether they think
Didn't work.
yeah, right. This life didn't work. And if I come back, I'm going to do it different. No, you can do different now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that's why. So when you ask me to go, that's what I've been thinking about, writing something, because they're not teaching the students in school, and they don't really teach financial literacy in America.
Ooh, brother.
They really don't teach financial literacy in America.
And you can write the book and get the title after the book is written, Rob. That sometimes that
point.
works. Sometimes,
Yeah.
write the book, and hey, the title will come.
Yeah, because I want to address the youth. I got several books in me, but I want to start because those are the crops, the seeds that have been planted right now. And if those seeds are not good those are not good seeds that are planted, then when 20 years from now, they're gonna come up weeds and they're not gonna be strong. So I need to help, to pass this book out all over the country and be honest with them and tell them, about how banks make money and what is money and why you need it, and how to stay away from this whole penal system. And I always say, y'all always hear me say there's two places that I try to stay away from, and that is the hospitals. So that's got to be healthy. You know what I mean? And the other place is that whole penal system, because it doesn't work. It's not fair, and it doesn't work for people of color. So I want to talk to you about that, and I'm gonna segue into money and stocks and real estate and all that. But just kind of talk to them where we won't go over their head, but make it real simple and plain for them. And then the law of demonstration, and tell them how I have come from that to this. And that's what I want to do. That's my goals. You say for age 65. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all hold me to it and see by it's from 65
to 66
to 66 September, 12 months to pull it out. Y'all know I'm gonna do this, right?
Oh, I know, Rob. I have no doubt.
All right.
Now Linda might be different, but I have no doubt.
I will get married. I know I've been saying
Oh
it.
Lord. Oh, that's her goal. Let's say hello. Let's say good morning to the people. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Brenda Brown. Good morning, LJ. Mr. and Mrs. Redhead, Lawrence Moore, Bridget said phenomenal. Well needed for the youth. Yes, that is Bridget. I'm right.
The blueprint. I love it.
I'm right on with you. Helen Lee. Good morning. Good morning, Pete. Okay, so the gang's all here. Some people that didn't sign on. I got Joseph Carabell. Okay, we talked about last week that Linda had been out. At first we thought she was pregnant with a baby, but we found out she wasn't pregnant with a baby. So Linda had been out for like 3-4 months. So the truth is she's been out because she's been studying development and taking courses and learning and making some things happen. So she's come back today and she's going to talk to about, because last week we promised that we're going to talk about how to become a developer or what it takes to become a developer. And you don't have to just be in South Florida, but the whole concept and principle, give you the big principle. And I told them, I said, listen, we're going to do this Saturday. I need you, let's have a conversation. Maybe I should interview you or talk to you about it. Oh, you got some questions, answers you want me to go over?
I think once I start talking, you're gonna have a lot of questions.
Yeah, because I do ask a lot of questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all know anything about Robert Henderson Jr., I ask why the sky is blue.
Yeah.
I ask a lot of questions, and that keeps me young and keeps me. I'm so inquisitive at the age of 65. I'm still inquisitive. I still don't know how y'all do that. Still don't know what make y'all do that. I just want to know.
And everybody just, Robert, just go with it. Stop
Yeah.
asking questions.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Huh.
No, wait a minute.
Huh.
Break it down like I'm a 6-year-old. Yeah.
Her sister Natalie, who I've been married to for 36 years, she still said, boy, you still ask so many questions. I got to know, man. I got to look at it not just 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, 4, 5 dimensions. I got to look at it all around
The
and
third
figure
eye
out.
thing.
Yes, the third eye thing. Okay, so Linda is really off into really into real estate and development. So how is that working for you? What do you think about it? Do you still like it, or you think that it's getting tough? And is it tough?
It is tough. The first thing I would say it is a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm.
It takes probably longer than it takes to create life, more than 9 months for a building from beginning to end. So you cannot be in a hurry. And then when people say, what's a developer? Is there a degree? What should I study? It's no degree.
Isn't that something?
It's no degree.
Developers, all the ones that I read in downtown and downtown everywhere, all the major cities, developers, they have no college degrees in terms of there's no college degree called the developer degree. So that's good.
That is good.
That's good.
That's good.
But that don't make it easy.
It does not make it easy because there is no blueprint, so to speak. You go out. I think what makes it easy and you can cut to the front of the line is if you have money.
Yeah.
The biggest impediment, and I'm focusing on Robert, my elevator pitch is something called the missing middle. And that's 70 units and under for the middle to small developer who literally house over 66% of housing vouchers.
Okay, before you go in there, because you seem like you got to have some prerequisite courses to understand what you just said. So let me lead it, and then you. Okay, so listen, you start already like I missed that class. Man, feeling like that already. You start talking in advanced studies class. Okay. All right. So a developer. I remember growing up and seeing that corner in the hood there. It was an old gas station there. There was another little piece of property there, and it had been there for a long time. Okay. And one day, the gas station was sold. And next thing I know, what is that? Family Dollar. Family Dollar. A Family Dollar.
Mark used to have one of those gas stations on. Yeah.
Yeah, a Family Dollar.
And it is now, yeah.
So now most of us, and when I was younger, I would look at a building or look at a corner and say, what's ever on that corner, what's ever on and that what building or whatever, that's what it is. I mean,
and always will be.
And always will be. I mean, I would look at it and say, hey, look at that corner store or that corner building. That's what's been there since I was a kid, and that's what always will be. But a developer, he sees something different.
Oh, yeah.
He'll say, that corner right there is not being used to its highest and best use. I think we can buy that corner and make some condominiums and have some stores on the bottom. Probably put a CVS or Walgreens on the bottom and have some apartments on top. So we can make it mixed use. We can have it commercial, and we can have some apartments and rent apartment buildings.
Mixed use, what you're talking
mixed
about.
use. Mixed use mean it commercial with shops and it could have a little have a little store down there.
Absolutely.
But on top of it, it has some residential rentals or condo. So a developer seen that same corner, and he just had a thought, an idea. And when you have a thought, an idea, what could be, you are developing.
Now, how many people come to you with thoughts and ideas with no money?
A lot.
So to turn that, to become a developer is one thing to have a thought and idea. They're a dime a dozen, right?
Yeah.
But when you put that team together, when you do that traffic study, when you could go and find the money and the right contractor and the right investors, and you develop it.
So
You take it out your head and you actually develop it.
So soon as I seen that corner that been there and ran down, people hanging out, and I'm saying, no, that corner right there, because a lot of cars drive by. If I have a vision,
Mhm.
that's start the wheels of being a
Start the
developer.
wheel.
Having a
Absolutely.
vision.
Absolutely.
Now having a vision,
A lot of people have that now.
right?
Okay.
I might not have no money,
Okay.
but I got a
You
vision.
got a vision.
But a lot of times, if you don't have no money, you need to know somebody with some money.
Absolutely.
Now that's good.
Now you getting a team. You
Okay.
developing.
Right.
Okay.
And then what I saw in that corner, when I said I want a CVS or a Walgreens, I can get a friend of mine who can draw my concept
Absolutely.
and tell him, in fact, how can this be profitable?
That's the main thing. So now you got to put numbers to it.
Right.
Because don't go to nobody bank. Don't go to Oprah. Don't go to Tyler Perry.
They don't know you.
They don't know you, but
Right.
there's some local Oprahs here, perhaps,
Okay.
and Tyler Perry's. And if you can show them, 100,000 cars pass this corner every day.
Right.
And this is in the infrastructure is there, the water, the sewer.
Right.
What
could be?
What could be?
Now, see, oftentimes a lot of people in the Black community,
Mhm.
they think like how I was thinking, because I've been Black all my life. I say, hey, that's corner been looking like that, and that's it, and that's how it's gonna look, and that's how it look. But a lot of people that don't look like me
Mhm.
will come in there and
Exactly.
say, this is a good location. It's near the airport. It has a lot of traffic.
Mhm.
If we put a Starbucks here
Mhm.
and put some apartments, and we can tear this whole just
And it's not in the
tear
flood zone.
right, and just tear this whole
Yeah,
block down
yeah.
and revitalize it, and we can get people involved and raise money.
Why do you think we
To make
don't
this
do it
thing.
in our own neighborhoods? And then you start hearing the adage, oh, they coming in our neighborhood, they doing this. Why don't we've
me
been
tell you
there,
why.
we've been raised there, and it's on our watch. Why don't
But
we
I'm
do it?
But I'm gonna tell you why, because
Okay.
we, for the most part, most of us don't understand this thing as a developer. We didn't know we could develop it. We didn't know. I mean, most churches that have money, they just want to build a bigger church, get to heaven. Most structures in the Black community are churches. Even if you find a lot, a big
Yeah.
lot, or a valuable commercial
Yeah.
lot, they want to raise the
A
money.
lot
to buy a
of
church.
churches have good real estate.
Oh my
Oh, my
God,
goodness.
a lot of churches got good real estate.
I wonder why they
Not-
don't turn it into a
they say-
CVS. And
No, they
mixed use.
trying to get to heaven.
a,
Salvation. They ain't thinking about money.
But Linda, one of the things that I think that we fail to realize is the value of that we own. And then we don't reach out to
Mhm.
people like developers or ask the question,
I'll ask the
"Hey,
question.
What,
Mhm.
what could I, what, going back to that simple ask, seek, and knock,
Mhm.
asking, what could I do with this
Mhm.
lot?
Mhm.
Because believe me, most of the time that lot was probably owned by someone who looks like us in our community,
Absolutely.
and they passed
Oh,
on,
yeah.
and then no one else was prepared to quote unquote see the business. So gentrification, I always say to people, gentrification is not a bad word, the definition. It's just who is doing the gentrifying. So we do need to understand, okay, where can I find a developer? Who's going to be the contractor? Who's going to do the work? Because oftentimes when you see things happening in our community, the person who's the developer is not the person who's using a hammer and a nail or so they work with electricians, they work with plumbers, and Rob, of course, with Antonio and Jasmine, I think,
Yep.
are really, and as Robert was talking early, it's a 2-year plan. And as you said, it's not, hey, let's snap our finger
Not.
and tomorrow morning you sit there. But one of the things that I hope that you'll also speak on is what people don't realize is that building, that's
Mhm.
just a building,
Mhm.
there's more to it because there are layers. How many feet can you go up?
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
just the land that it's on.
Yeah.
The value determines that location and how many feet will the county allow you.
So let's get to that. Let's get to that. Okay,
Sure.
so in the beginning,
Mhm.
so a developer is someone, in other words, all of us can be a developer if we have an eye for change.
Absolutely.
We can dream.
That's a very good statement.
Right.
Mhm.
All of us could be developers if we have an eye for change, because there's no college degree.
No.
It's just an idea. And everything starts with a thought and an idea. So really, a lot of us are developers in our own right, but we just ain't developing nothing. We
It
have
hasn't come out
hasn't
yet.
come out
Right.
yet.
It's still in.
It's a dream.
It's
you
a
know?
dream,
Like the
yeah.
whole Disney World thing, is a dream.
Mhm,
Is imagination.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I guess so that's the word I was looking for. In order to develop something, you must have an imagination.
You really do.
You got
You got to. And then it's one thing to imagine, but now let's talk about the
execution.
execution.
Okay, but it starts with the imagination.
I agree 100%.
And imagination is very healthy. You have to have imagination. You can't say, this corner, this neighborhood looks like this for the last 100 years and they're going to stay looking like this. If you have an imagination, you can ask a question, why not?
You ever see those little cute little sugar cube houses that's right dab in the middle of the old structures, the little
Right.
flat roof? I mean, it's
Imagination.
imagination.
Right. Okay, so you start off with this, okay, each and every one of us is a developer. We see that what could be in development basically means that change, growth, you see something that most people can't see.
Yeah.
So now you have to put it on paper. You have to get a team together. So because you can't keep talking, people want to see blueprints.
Absolutely.
They want to see structures. And then when you get a team together, I look at when I look at a financial planner, when I look at a developer,
Mhm,
when I look at a general contractor,
mhm.
when I look at a lot of careers and things that we need every day to shape our world and continue us to grow,
Mhm.
it reminds me of a party planner.
Mm.
So a party planner, if you want to plan a wedding,
Okay.
a wedding planner,
Mhm.
a party planner, they really are developers.
Put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
just changed the
Get
name.
the location.
Yeah.
Get the DJ.
They have the imagination.
Yeah.
We're gonna have this kind of theme.
Yeah.
Whether it's gonna be this theme or that color scheme.
Uh-huh.
They really are developers. They just changed the name, but the whole principle is the same. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So a financial planner, I'm really like a party planner, or because I have to get everything. I have to get the accountant, got to get the insurance, got to get the real estate, got to get investments, got to get the retirement, got to get the wills and trusts.
Mhm.
I got to coordinate all this.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
so a developer, once he say, okay, I see this. So now you got to get the people, you got to get the architect.
Yeah, but even before you do that, Rob, you got to do your research.
To see what they want.
To see
No,
is
what
there
can be
sewer
what can be put
connections?
there, Rob?
What can be put
Yeah,
there?
see, you
Do I
gotta
have
find
to
out what will the city
build a
allow.
pump station?
What
Yeah.
zone for?
What
What
zone
it's
for?
zoned for? And in Miami-Dade County, and I believe probably all over the country, depending on the location, if it's near a transit, the metro rail, you can build more.
Okay, so
So
after
we got
the
to do some
imagination,
research.
so
Mhm.
after the imagination, the first concept is imagination. You want to dream what could be there.
Absolutely.
Secondly, in order to come up with that idea, have a CVS or a Starbucks or some apartments on top of it, mixed use they call it. Now we need to know, we got to get the permits to say the city or the county what they will permit us to build there.
Yeah.
So that's the zoning.
That's the
Planning
zoning.
and zoning. Planning and zoning.
Okay, now
Absolutely.
that's when a lot of trouble comes.
That's oh man, that's where the patients come in. Because even if they say today, nope, you not zoned for that many units, no means not right now.
Oh,
With this, and also, does it mean who's on that board?
Oh, 100%.
And
So
who's
then you
elected
start,
officials?
you may want to hire a zoning attorney, or you may want to go with who you know and go into the local district commissioner or council person. And again, zoning has been changed. It gets changed all the time. So I think the first thing I would say, if you got a lot that Big Mama left or Abuela left or Auntie Tia left or anybody, please don't sell it. Please, just because it's not zoned for what you want now, I promise you it will be soon. Because we see it every single day.
So after a person has an idea,
Mhm.
the next step is before he hire an architect to do a design and craft
A lot of
a
stuff we
visual.
could do ourselves. Don't go out there and spend money.
Okay.
There's a website, a link to the water and sewer to see if there's sewer connection, how far away it is, if there's a water main, 8-inch, 12-inch, 24-inch, and if it's not, is it scheduled to be sanitary sewer put in the next year or two? So you can find that out yourself. Secondly, zoning for free once a month. They have just the public can come in and ask questions. So you can kind of do that on your own and see what can I build there. And if not, is there the likelihood that staff will be on my side if I wanted to do a zoning change? Will staff support it? They'll tell you. So you can do a couple of things yourself, and that's really, really important, because it's one thing to get a cheap piece of land that you can't do anything with, or you may have to wait a decade to do something with.
Oh, so it's not just buying the land. You need to find out
yeah,
what could be built there.
And you want it near, again, we got something called climate gentrification, where they all coming west of 95 now because it's higher ground and it's not flood zone and king tide. So we want to find out the floodplain, of course, and we also want to find out what's the possibility of zoning. Again, no means not right now.
So, and then you want to find out in that area, is the county or city, are they looking for developers to build apartments or affordable
they may want
housing?
Elderly housing. So you ask the district commissioner, what's on your agenda? Kids aging out of foster care may be one district. Elderly housing may be needed in another district. Workforce housing may be needed because there's a lot of interns around Jackson Hospital. Those soon to be doctors, they are complaining like crazy. So they can't find efficiency.
Okay, so back to my building my story.
Okay.
With this corner lot,
okay,
that's ratchet right now and it's been there.
Okay.
And I said, I have a vision. I don't call myself a developer. I have a vision that I want to put mixed use. I want to put a grocery store, a CVS or Walgreens or something on the bottom, and then probably have another commercial store on the next to that. But upstairs, I want to put some apartments, okay, or I want to put some condos. All right. So you're saying once I have the idea, I need to go to the zoning to find out what the city, the county, what they need and what they'll approve
and what they will approve.
So they may say we need more senior citizen housing. Now, why do I care what they need? Are they going to give me something? If I do senior citizen housing, they're going to make my life easier.
They're going to give you an approval.
but no, there's also an opportunity that they will do in kind, as they say. If you if
an economic benefit.
Yeah, that'll benefit you economically because hey, there's things that they may require, as Linda was saying about sewage and moving light posts, different little things, easement, and all of that. And they'll go easier on you sometimes
if you build what's needed.
Right. Like you said. Right.
So it's a partnership. So that's why I want to ask them what they want. I'm kind of appeasing them so they can help me.
And there's a county now. See, you're probably dealing in a municipality, but you can also find out that there's monies available for you that county has received in grants that are saying if you are doing thus, there will be money that you can get.
Absolutely.
Right. Is that what you your experience?
That's a developer to go find the money, not only the free money, but cheap money. So we got grants out there, to your point, James, that if you do build elderly, we can give you an in-kind service and we'll put the sewer there or move the light pole for you or give you, instead of you having to push that building 25 feet behind the sidewalk, we'll let you do it 10 feet if you build. So now we're partners. So that's a developer. This legwork, this going and calling and emailing and waiting on them to call you back and showing up 8 a.m. and not taking no for an answer. Now you developing.
Before 8. Hey, Linda, I have been there before 8 o'clock. Oh, I get there and think I'm going to be the first one, and there's at least one other person before me.
So what I'm trying to bring out is this partnership arrangement that I think the general public don't know there is. You can create a beneficial partnership
Oh,
with the
yeah.
municipality. And most people don't know that you can do that. Most people think
Man.
you got to be rich and you already got to have the money, but they don't know that a lot of these municipalities are partnering with developers and giving them all kind of economic incentive, taxes, giving them grants, saying that, hey, you don't have to move this or do that. We'll pay for it and we'll do it. Tell us more about that. I'm interested in, because most people think that downtown in America or neighborhoods, that it's all new money, it's all wealth money. I want to talk to how most people don't know is how you do things in a certain way, and how there's money and there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars that are waiting for people to come in and partnership. We just think welfare is for poor people, but very wealthy people are the number one welfare.
Corporate welfare
corporate
is
welfare.
alive and
Right.
well.
They get a
in
lot of
South- they
assistance
get
from
a
government.
lot. The biggest entity that gives very cheap money is Florida Housing Finance Corporation, and that's a quasi governmental agency. It comes from every house that's built a certain, here you have all those closing costs, surtax, this and that. So that they have a big war chest, and they put out requests for proposals. You talking about corporate welfare? All these big buildings you see, Robert, it is Florida Finance Housing Corporation loaning tax credits to build these 80 million or $100 million buildings, and then a bank like RBC will buy the tax credit, and that way their depositors will pay less taxes. You have no mortgage for 20 years, but nothing is free. You have to keep it at a certain rental level. But after 20 years, no mortgage paid off, and so you have done good while doing well while doing good. You've kept low rents, but you've also had very cheap to no mortgage payment at all. So that's the state level. Now, municipal in North Miami, some municipalities don't have money like that. Like Miami Lakes don't have affordable housing, but a lot of them do. And they want you to come in and talk to them so that you can build what their North Miami Beach, Opelika, they need developers.
Oh, and you say they want you to come in and talk to them if you want to build, because their government, they don't want to go build it. They want you to go build it, and they'll assist you.
And they will assist. They want to, we call that P3, private, permanent. No, why am I doing P3? Private public partnership. That's
Okay.
what it is.
That's what's called private public. So is this same concept all over the country?
Yes, it is.
And so a lot of people don't even know that this is something that is very profitable, but you can't get a college degree in it. And if you don't know about it, you better ask somebody. If you don't know about it, you don't even know what's on the planet that you can do this.
Yeah. Keep your land.
Oh,
Go talk to your local municipality or your local councilwoman, and you'll be surprised how they want to help you and work with you.
Robert and Linda, one thing that you were talking earlier about being rich, you are rich if you are a landowner. Believe me.
Yeah.
you are, you know, and
They're
that's
not
why
making it anymore.
that's why you want to seek information and say, what can I do? Not just with that lot that's next to you that you own that's vacant, but now the combination thereof. Because hey, you can live in luxury in the same location that you're in, and hey, everybody else is not just paying for your mortgage, but they're giving you profit. You know, you're earning money because hey, if you're in an area where they'll allow you to build X number of units or to go 4 stories, there's some areas that will only allow you to go 4 stories. Not in Dade County. Dade County, man. There's places where I think it was the old Crab House or something. They're on 79th and 79th in the Intercoastal.
Yeah.
Do you know that we used to go there for lunch from the radio station? I think there's 2 buildings there now in that area that are 17 stories high.
Believe it. I do.
They changed the zonings constantly. Yeah, you think you couldn't
constantly.
do
Yep.
The fact last year you couldn't do it, but now they say you can do it.
right on the water, and you're on the water. So you can imagine what the rates are for those either condos or whatever the units are.
So how would somebody? There's no blueprint. There's no there is no course. There's nothing to show a person that's interested in finding out about this all over the country.
Well,
all
I'll
this
tell you
money?
what I did. And I
Yeah.
found a developer local, and I literally probably had to stalk them for about 3 or 4 months because a lot of people don't want to waste their time. And, I'm like, no, I want to learn this. I worked with him for free for about 4 years. Of course, just being there, just take me to put me in, coach, just because we had land and we were ready to do something with it.
Right.
And I wanted to know, call me a control freak, but I need to know something about what I'm hiring you to do. I don't need to know all of it, but I need to know something about it. So I started taking every free course out there. There's a lot of them out there. Florida, community real estate development. That was a 6-week course for free. South Florida Coalition of Affordable Housing. They did an 8-week one for free. So the one when I was going from here was every Saturday. It was free, but you had to be there from 9 a.m. to 12. So it's free. I guess not free because you invest in your time.
Yes,
absolutely. I'm getting ready to start one now every Tuesday morning via Zoom from 10 to 11. That is free from one of the biggest CDFIs, Enterprise.
And what is a CDFI?
Community Deposit Investment Corporation.
They have money.
They have money
to give out.
They get their money from the Treasury Department, and they're supposed to be a little more lenient than banks, and they're supposed to have a target of minorities, small developers, and for projects that are hard to get loans from a bank.
Okay.
And so they're looking for us. They're looking for the Black female developer. They're looking for the brown developer. They're looking for us, and they're saying, let us help you. This particular one, once I finish everything.
You say looking for us, it's hard to find us.
That's what they claim.
Because a lot of people of color don't even know.
Don't think we can do it. And I'm not making it sound easy. Like I said, I sought out this developer, worked for 4 years alongside of him. Started taking all these, giving up my Saturday mornings, and
you wasn't here,
and just going and just doing everything I can. And after this, every Tuesday from 10 to 11:30, I get a grant of $35,000 to just start to say, you got a building, we'll help you fix it up. I mean, it's out there. You just got to really look.
For grants, you don't have to pay back.
You don't have to pay back.
And you say just for doing that, they'll give you a grant for $35,000.
I've just got the email. You have been awarded $35,000, which will be given to you upon completion. Yeah, I just got it Friday.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Did you give me one? I want one of them.
You want one of them?
I want one of them. $35,000.
I am relentless in going to get the money. And that's what a developer does. You not only have to just dream. Let's get that dream out your head. Let's get it on paper. Let's put numbers to it. And now I get to go out and say, this is going to be a $10 million to 21 unit, $9.7 million. Okay, so the 35,000 can go towards that. We already got a 5,000 grant so we can do the soil test. We've done that. And now I'm going to go after additional grant money, but not only that, cheap construction money.
So this 21 unit that Linda and I, we bought some lots North Miami for $40,000 2004. 2004. The land valued about 1.5. So now she's trying to get some free money, some grants, all these programs that if you attend, they'll give you money to build 21 units. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And this happened all over the country.
Rob, I took notes while you guys were talking, and I was saying, for these young people that you were talking about that would love to invest, that lives in the community and drive by these empty lots all the time, and Miss Annie or Mr. Jones knows you, saw you grow up as a young kid, he or she may be willing to sell you that lot, and not so much, and you're not beating them out of
And they
anything.
really want to sell it to
They
us.
want to sell. They oh, come on, Linda.
They really, because I'm
I'm on fire because I tried to help people who look like us. But guess what? I'm not burned up. I'm just burnt.
Yes,
I'm just burnt.
Wait, are they third degree burns or just?
I got permanent
This little
scars.
scar.
I got permanent.
burn.
But
You got burns. You've been burned.
and it doesn't matter because I really do want to see us.
Yeah, me too.
Have a thumbprint, fingerprint, handprint, footprint in our communities. Because believe me,
and it's being noticed, James, and that's why they're really reaching out. Especially, I'm working with my team, and your daughter's included, and your nephew, and we all own our land and our properties, and they're nice sizes. And then we came together. As a matter of fact, August 17, 2022 was our first meeting, and we said, let's do this collectively. We need to show a presence. We got in Madam Mayor's face, and we're like, yo, we want some of this money. So there was a request for proposal out that I submitted, Miami-Dade County, 85-page proposal, but you got to drill through it. And it's, if you win it, it's called SHIP and surtax money. That's a whole nother class. But the construction loan is 0.5% interest.
Right, not even 1%, but 0.5.
0.5.
So the prerequisite, you got to take these classes?
You don't have to. Maybe you can find somebody that does it. I just like to know what I'm doing, even if I'm going to hire someone.
Okay.
So right now, I think I'm in a position where I don't know it all, like you say, but I've been at this for a little over 4 years now, and it's getting traction now. And I kind of, again, I think I hesitate to call myself a developer, but I think I am now.
I
qualify.
Wait. I gotta ask, what's the ceiling on that 0.5% interest? What is there ceiling debt?
No, it's 0.5%.
For how much?
So let's say somebody want 50 million.
Yeah, that's what.
No, the interest rate is 0.5.
On how much money?
You borrow how much on that? How much can you borrow? And they'll only charge you 0.5% interest.
Well, you go put your numbers to that project.
Right.
Ours is 9.7 million.
Okay, to build 21 units.
But they're only going to loan you on the construction part, not the geotechnical, not the architecture, not the traffic study, not all that. So now the real construction part is 7 million.
So you mean to tell me you can get 0.5?
Just the construction part, absolutely.
7 million.
The real brick and mortar part. You follow me?
Right.
Now they may only have 100 million in the budget, and they want to do 20 projects. So I may not get the whole amount.
You may not get the 7 million. Yeah.
I may not get the 7 because they're trying to spread it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you ask for it. You ask for it because it's a point system. If you got if it's near a metro rail, if it's near a hospital, you get 5 points, and then you add it all up, and you win, and you win, and you win. And that's what I've really gone hard at learning how to do that.
Rob, we got to bring in some of these commissioners so they can talk and share with the community of what they're not seeing and what they're not asking for and not getting.
That's why I reached out and got our group together, and that's why we probably would have to do something like that, James, because it's not rocket science. It's patience, and it's getting a good team together.
So tell me about why it's so important to have the relationships with these people.
Oh my goodness.
That's everything.
That's everything. To have somebody actually call you back. I've had someone ask me, how did you get a meeting with this huge CDFI's president? I've been calling him for 2 years.
You've been calling him for 2
years?
That's
what the gentleman said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not me. And that's because I'm very strategic. I know he was on this panel at Florida Memorial University, and I know he was going to talk about nonprofits that with a net worth of over 100 million. So of course I'm in the audience. And when they say any questions,
you stuck your head out. You became noticeable.
Absolutely. And then I challenged him that, you're a big organization, but how can I bring value to you where you'll return my call?
Whoa. Don't run past that. Rob, what she just said, that principle. You cannot enrich yourself without enriching others. So when you ask them the question, how can I help you?
Absolutely.
Oh,
And then he said, well,
that's
let me give
key.
you my cell number.
That's key.
And I got that cell number, and I said,
Ooh.
okay, if you don't call me back, I'll be waiting at your car in the parking lot. And he says, that's fine. And I got that meeting the next week.
I remember I did that too. I remember I waited for this guy in the
Did
parking
you?
lot. Yeah. I waited for this guy. I kept calling him. Secretary said, he in a meeting.
Oh, I
asked
love it.
Secretary, well, what kind of car does he drive? And I asked him, how late does he stay? Well, he stays, and he usually leave here about 6:30. I said, he usually leave about 6:30?
And this is
Okay.
the car.
And it's
Oh, my
okay.
goodness.
And then when he came out, guess who was there next to his parking spot? And guess who he noticed and he known personally now?
Come
Me.
on, Rob.
Yeah.
No, it
That's called
pays.
gorilla. That's called being gorilla,
Oh, yeah.
Mark. That's
No,
gorilla.
No.
That's smart, man. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, no means not. Becky Villamore, Linda V. Harris, you are definitely a developer. Thank you very much. One of my team members.
Yes.
But yeah, and that's how I got the meeting. And so that relationship, and he actually was proud of me. He's like, very good. You know, they just keep calling. We're very busy, but you make yourself noticeable. So the
Persistence.
relationships of persistence is very important. Same with Madam Mayor. Went to a couple of her fundraisers. Madam Mayor got her cell number and told her, oh, your public housing guy won't call me back. Hold on. She texts both of us, and just being persistent, Robert.
Yes, yes.
But knowing what you want, know the ask. Know the ask. I got this
not being
lot.
bashful.
Oh, no.
Being bold.
I mean,
Bold and say, I want to talk to this person. I
Absolutely.
want to talk. Yeah.
and they
being
think you
bold.
got to be some big rich developer or parade. No,
No.
I double dog dare you not to talk to
A
me.
lot of times when you are bold,
Uh-huh.
when everybody else won't talk to the king, and you ask, you raise your hand to speak to the queen, like, oh, what? He's
I
speaking
know.
to the queen?
I know.
But the king, actually, a queen will think you have a lot of courage. And they will say, I like that. You know?
Absolutely.
I've done that a lot of times in my life.
Yeah, you a pushy.
Yeah,
pushy
I
young
don't say
man.
pushy.
Nothing wrong with it.
No,
I
you ask.
yeah,
You ask.
yeah.
You know, please, sir, can I have some more?
Everybody,
Oh, you ask for more?
Yes, for more.
And so then when you do that, you separate yourself from the other ones in terms of having courage. And I dare you. And there's something about someone who are not afraid to walk that walk or put their hand up.
So relationships, to answer your question,
Yes.
is everything.
Yes.
You'll get things done quicker. You'll cut through a lot of red tape. It's very, very important. So now that we got a number to this project, then we go start getting the money to build. And some may be grants, some may be 0.5 government, local municipality money, but then there's that good old bank. So now we need a relationship with the lender.
With a banker, right?
Or
But then what's I think that it's important for people to know,
Mhm.
to learn from this, is that it's very important wherever you live in the country
Mhm.
to find out what that city or county, municipality, what are they looking for? Because they're always looking for partners, public-private partners to
That's
help them,
right,
because
P3.
you know they say the government moves so slow. But if you come and say, listen, I can bring this to the table.
There's P3 conferences. There was just one in Orlando. Every local politician was there. Find out where they are, find out what they need in their district, and go make yourself noticeable.
Public partners.
Public-private partnership, P3 we call it.
Oh,
That's how arenas get built. That's how hospitals get built. I mean, it's a partnership with your local municipality.
yeah. And I say I know that most people don't know this.
Gotcha.
They never.
Gotcha.
How could they have found out? Who gonna tell them? I mean, if you're working 9-to-5 job and you got a dream, and the people that's around you are not doing it, so you can't be mentored, because you don't know nobody who to ask. Then how do you? But you really are.
You
are
should,
interested.
Rob. That's the point. We select and elect these people in positions, and after the election, we never talk to them. We say they don't come to us, but do we go to them? And many of these commission meetings now, you don't have to be physically at the commission. You can watch it on Zoom, online or whatever. A lot of times on Tuesdays when I'm coming from work, because they make the commission meeting starts at 4 or 5 o'clock when most people can't make it. But hey, I'm in my car. Hey, I'm watching it. And when there's important things, I've got someone in the chamber to step up, and ask the question that I want answers to, or to bring to the attention to the commission. Because a lot of times commissions will pass situations that are being presented, and they are passing it to go to planning and zoning. They're not passing it to say, okay, you can start construction. So, but there are things that you want to put on record to make aware that they're aware of, that they may not be aware of. So you bring it to their attention, and they remember you. They know
certainly
who you.
do.
Oh, they
I
do.
just spoke at 2 zoning meetings the last 2 months, because even though the topic, the project that was the subject of the meeting wasn't mine, my team member owned property around the corner.
Come on.
And so I knew that we will be in front of them. And this is Miss Ville Moore and Miss Rudolph, Mr. Otis, Mr. Cletus, all of them was there, 13 deep. No. This guy had assembled 4 acres. He wanted to build 65 units. So that's my missing middle. I called him and said, hey, because I may need to hire him. He was shocked. He said, oh my goodness, thank you. So can you come speak for the project? Because Miss Rudolph and Mr. Cletus and Mr. Otis, they 15 deep at the meeting, and we don't look like y'all. And we would love to have someone that. So me and my team member went with only 2 that spoke for it, but we thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen around it.
Oh yeah.
And that's another key. My first developer that I ever met, Rob, after that 1980 deal that you helped me do, Robert, in 2004, came up from the Keys, rode around the city, and he said to me, he said, James T., you want to know the real value of this property? Let them build up around you. Can you afford to wait? Oh man, that was almost like Bessie telling me, I'm not going to let you go to work. I'm going to show you how to earn money. that was because, and these are little things, like you say, Rob, that when you create these relations, I only saw that gentleman and his wife that one time, have never seen him before. His wife was an attorney. He was a developer from the Keys. I met him through a relationship with a family member, and they drove up.
Wow.
Didn't charge me a dime, So I hope that our viewers and our listeners, because they'll say, oh, that's not for me. Wait. But there is something for you. Sometimes, even if it's just passing on the information to somebody else, because all of us know someone in our community that's sitting on the gold mine.
Yeah.
They're just not gold miners.
Please tell them don't sell. Please let them know that it may not be zoned there now, or the sewer line may not run through there now, but I'm telling them, just go to some of these zoning meetings. And so just by getting up, and of course you say your name, hi, my name, and you got to say it loud. My name is Linda V. Harris. And so next time I go, oh, hi, Miss Harris, come on up. They remember you, James.
Yes.
They remember you. And so you learn something just from that experience. Just dare to dream, like you say, Robert. You know what I mean? And no means not right now. And just because it's not zoned for what you want now, it will be.
and I'm going to throw out a name in the Dade County community. Bill Dozier has been his Urban Construction Craft Academy has been working in the community.
Man.
And getting people to work with contractors, to work in construction. That's his purpose and his goal.
When is this golf thing? Is it today?
Next weekend.
Go get the shrimp today?
October 7th. October 7th.
Fried lobster, Linda.
Okay, my bad.
That's shrimp. But that's why it's so important for us to support these people that are doing things we may not even see, all that will come from it. But our community will be better because of it.
Amen. Tell your young kids. I mean, some may want to go to college, some may not. Some may benefit with a degree as well as the development experience, but there are options out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the developer doesn't really need a college degree. He just needs to be able to dream and have imagination and said what could be, and be able to put things together. A contractor is different, correct?
Oh yes, goodness. Now you talking degrees and passing state exams and all kind of stuff. Yeah.
So what's the difference between a developer for our audience and a contractor?
The
General
a
contractor.
general contractor, the developer hires them.
So the developer
We
would
hire
agree-
the contractor.
Okay, so I would say, to put it down in layman's, the developer, if I want to have a party
Okay.
and I want to go, so would I be the developer if I want to have a party, but I want to have someone,
And the DJ will be the GC
or just have a party planner?
or party planner. Yeah,
Party planner would be
absolutely.
the
The GC.
general contractor.
Right.
So
you just dreamed of the party.
I just dreamed of the idea.
You got to hire somebody to put it.
So when it's all said and done,
Mhm.
people will say great party Robert, great party. So that's like great developer,
Right.
because I created this and I said, hey,
Nobody remembers the GC. They all want to know who's the developer, who developed that, who developed,
who threw that party? Who
Right.
threw that party?
Great party, Robin. You had nothing to do with it.
No, I did. I mean, I thought that I did have the party.
Right.
But I need
Okay. All
somebody,
right.
I need somebody the GC to coordinate it and
You
get all
didn't
the
put
stuff.
one decoration down.
No,
You
I
didn't
didn't.
set one table. You
I-
didn't cook one
No,
lobster.
no.
You didn't spend one record.
that's the developer,
right.
but I get all the credit.
You get all
So
because
the-
that's all we remember.
So the developers really make a lot of money.
yeah.
You see how sexy she said that?
We put out the request for proposals for developers. Hear ye, come on, come on. But here's the approved plans, because even that to get to submitting and getting approved plans, here you go. Now give me your proposals.
So the developer just got to know how to get things done.
Absolutely. Oh
That's
my
the
goodness.
main. That's the college, knowing how to get things
And
done.
you can't be discouraged, and you just got to have a certain attitude that this too shall pass. This is just a bump. I'm learning something from this. And boy, you just got to have patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I noticed that that's a prerequisite anytime you're trying to advance and expand and grow. Patience and time. James
Whew.
always talk about that. God plus time. You gotta have time. You gotta understand patience. You gotta spend time, because time, when you're doing the right thing, I always say time is on your side.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
just like James on his property that he has, he's in the
James, you weren't ever tempted?
Uh,
You
I-
got
to sell.
to
stop.
sell
Right now,
What?
James could sell and just be like, oh,
and
Sell.
sit back.
oh,
like,
he said back. He could, but he knows that there's more than what most people can see.
I mean,
never. They never. Just listen. When
never.
they walk up, the only word I give them, never.
You're not being, hey, you're
They
not
call
being
the
pressured to
attorney.
sell. All your family members said,
Wait, you don't say
hey.
no or not right now?
I
Never.
know. Never.
all your
I-
family members said, sell it so we can get this now.
Rob, I tell them you're gonna have to get a crooked lawyer and judge to get past them bars. I said,
never.
it's
That
never,
is hilarious. And a lot of people are, I mean, I was going through a divorce when I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, eating mud pies and rock milkshake. I had these properties. I was so tempted. I was this close to not eating mud pies and just had to get through it. And I was tempted, and my friend picked me up from the airport and took me to a bar and had the contract right there. And all I had to do was scribble a signature.
Oh my Lord, no.
And my rock pies and milkshake would turn to lobster.
What stopped you, Linda? What stopped? Something spoke to you, or somebody just handcuffed you and said, "Don't do that. Don't do that."
A series of events, but
Oh no, that's all right then. This person.
a series, but I'm glad I didn't. And
Yeah.
the surname, the buyer's name, didn't sound like a Veal or Johnson or Henderson, it just, or Thomas. It just-
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
That's good.
all right.
That's good. But
but
yeah.
it was almost there. I must admit, I almost faltered.
But Rob, the point you made about the God plus time, people do not realize, and it does deal with your emotions
Yes.
when you
Oh,
can't
yes.
when you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
see the value, Rob,
Oh,
when you
yeah.
can't see the value in that dirt. But if you would just listen, talk to people.
I was
and-
just gonna
and-
say,
and-
talk to
and-
people.
Right. And I beg our people.
Talk
Because
to the right
Robert,
people.
you stopped me. I'm like, you sure you don't want to sell this up in Ocala?
Yeah.
No, and I'm telling you, wait
don't.
20 years. I'm like, 20, all
Yeah.
right. And
See-
sure enough, it's 20 years later.
Yeah, but we elect officials and we
Uh-huh.
don't talk to them. I get the
Mm.
pleasure, and that's why I tell people I'm in radio, but radio is just simply a platform for me to serve, right?
Okay.
And I get a chance. I've met the Madam Mayor multiple times. She come up,
Yes.
James, can you take a picture with me? Yeah, but so those relationships are good. Haven't had to call on a favor yet, but when the time comes,
Absolutely.
I can go direct. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to just always go to the meeting when everybody is mad. No. Hey, I called and I said, I just want to talk to the city manager. Hey, he set up I said, the earlier the better for me. So he was wondering if I had a problem. I didn't have a problem. I just wanted to meet him. And so
Mm.
he brought in somebody else that he didn't want to be in there by
Mm.
himself with me, right? So it just works out.
Yeah.
And then when they have need, to serve the community, not just need for them, but when they have need to serve the community, hey, I'm right there. I want to support you.
Robert, you have a different take. You proudly brag that
I brag.
I don't mess with them people. I don't want to know them people. I don't go to your events. All I do is stay here around the cows. I don't want to network. I
That hurt
don't
my
want to
feelings. That hurt my feelings, Jackie. So I send y'all. Linda, James,
That's right.
That's right.
That's what we
That
do.
hurt my
That's our job. Hey, Rob, we're all a part of the family. So I represent the
I'm
family.
not good at that, man. And that politics, Linda, oh my God. They having this, they having that. They like, Robert ain't coming out for that. No.
exactly.
I'm the same way about those events now. And see, I wear my mask outside. So it makes them feel uncomfortable when I'm the only person in the area wearing a mask. I've been wearing a mask ever since they demanded wearing masks. And I'm going to continue to wear my mask.
Well, man.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, we out of time, man.
okay, I got something for you though, Rob. I didn't want you to leave. I hope I can put this on there where you can hear it. Can you hear that, Rob? Come on now, Stevie. I had Stevie Wonder. Anyway, I tried to have Stevie Wonder sing happy birthday to you. But
I
blew it. I blew it.
Hold on.
You gonna take a picture of him? You gonna take a picture of him, Linda? A selfie at his 65th?
No. I got a recording too. Wait, it won't come on.
Oh my
I had
goodness.
Jennifer Hudson here ready to sing happy birthday.
Oh,
just lying. Lying on national TV. Boy, I tell you. So both of y'all trying tricks. Both of y'all say y'all was going. Y'all, what y'all ganged up and thought about this? Y'all rehearsed it. Man, think about, we need prayer right now. Right now, we need prayer. Can we get a little prayer, Lord? Please help them.
Dear God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the joy that you give us, because in our giving, we do find joy. Now, I ask that you continue to bless Linda and Robert and the Henderson Financial Group. Bless our team, that we may continue to grow and that we may go into the community and share that we learn, so that others will be blessed. We believe that it's so important that as you bless us, we should be a blessing to others. So for those who will listen and those who will hear, those who will see, let them too realize that you put I don't want you to put nothing on them, but that you will speak to their hearts and that they too will go out and help others and share the word, so that we can have a better community, a better city, a better state, and a better world. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
Power to the people.
Good. Okay, man. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you all so much for being here. We're a little over time. But hey, listen, anytime you're getting ready to, if you're thinking about retiring, you need to get your financial house in order. We are the Henderson Financial Group. Call us at 305-825-1444. If you want to talk to Linda, hey, just call the office and we'll get you in contact with her. She can tell you what's happening. Hey, be safe.
Do it again.
Be safe. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next week. Peace, love. Have a fantastic weekend. Happy birthday. All right, happy birthday.